Hey guys, RTT back here from the video, guys. Yup. You kind of expected it. If you guys have never played Cyberpunk 2077, guys play on next gen, you might like the game. If you play on current gen, you absolutely hate it. PS4, it bugs out and glitches out and freezes and crashes every like 10 seconds. On Xbox One, it is just unplayable completely, but it doesn't, I don't think it crashes as much. And on next gen, it's actually decent. Graphics are awful in current gen. Guys, we knew this was going to happen. This wasn't anything surprising, anything new. Cyberpunk class action lawsuits happening. Obviously, the company creating it will go ahead and make sure that they defend themselves, but it's happening. So pretty much what's happening, guys, is that, yes, they are being taken to court. Now, they're being taken to court because their stock value went from straight up and it plummeted completely. I mean, their stock went from high up to dead because of this game coming out, the company who makes this game. So it says, as threatened early in December, they're being taken to court in the United States over claims the bug-ridden state of Cyberpunk 2077 PS4 and Xbox One edition release were hidden from investors, causing them to incur losses. Now the company has responded to acknowledge the class action suit with a brief statement saying it will defend itself vigorously. Now, they have to. There's not much they can do to defend themselves right now, in all honesty. They released a game that was pushed and rushed, which this game was pushed back. You got to keep in mind, guys, this game kept getting pushed back on repeat. This game was supposed to be released, I think, earlier this year, and it kept getting pushed. And eventually it was like, hey, just release the game. They released the game, and it's a mess on current gen. So, yeah, the class also out action refers to Cyberpunk 27 release on Xbox One and PS4, which ranged from incredibly buggy to literally unplayable. Issue entering the player's own console led to the Red putting out a statement that invited unhappy players to seek a refund. Later, Sony removed the game from the PlayStation Store in a rare move, which we have not seen ever. We've never seen Sony take a game off the PlayStation Store. That's how bad it actually was. And the issue caused CD Projekt stock prices to plummet because, as you could probably guess, if all of these investors are investing in this game, investing in this company, right? And then you have one whole entire console generation, PS4 and PS5, wiped. They take it off both consoles. You just completely kill the value of all the people invested in this game. All the people that put money into this game now, that's all gone. This game has no value because everyone gets the refund. All the money made off this game was they sold 13 million copies of this game. And all of it back to nothing. Zero. I mean, because half of this, let's say it was split in half, okay? That's 6.5 million units refunded. You're investing in stocks in this company. That's insanely a big loss. A value of approximately $1 billion in value. Oh my God, they're losing $1 billion, bro. All right. CD has already received criticism from many within the gaming community for only providing advanced copies on PC, meaning numerous issues on PS4 and Xbox One didn't come to light until the game released or retail release. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing if they showed a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, version of the game. It's the same exact concept. They wanted to make sure they showed it looking amazing and beautiful, and it will on the next gen / PC graphics because these things are powerful. But if you have an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro, you're not getting the same power. You're not. And you're not going to get the same thing if you own an Xbox One original or a PS4. This is what I've said so much when it comes to next gen, and this is why I'm always scared of next gen. I got both Xbox Series X and the PS5, and I said that I feel like next gen is awesome, but at the end of the day, I always feel like the main thing that these companies that make video games, whether it's EA Sports, whether it's I can't think of the name off the top of my head. All these companies make video games, right? they're always going to cater to whatever the cheapest console is out there, right? Because they want to sell the most editions of their current game possible. And how do you do that is you cater, unless you make two different editions, Xbox One edition, Xbox Series X, PS5, PS4. If you don't want to do that, then you have to cater to whatever the higher demographic is for your game. So let's say, for example, like now, because the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S is very hard to find, they are not the demographic that people are going to be buying this game for. Majority of people, there are exceptions because there are people like me who have both, who are buying this game either have one A or 1B. They either have an Xbox One, S, X, whatever, or a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, obviously the PlayStation line. So when you make a game, and this is where they messed up, you have to cater to the lower end. You have to. Once eventually Xbox Series X and PS5 becomes very, prominent, Xbox versions of games will most likely will be developed for the Xbox Series S, not the X, because more people will have the S than the X because of $200 price tag. Same concept applies to the PS5. No, same concept doesn't apply to PS5 because the PS5 is the only thing. There's a digital and non-digital, but that doesn't mean anything. So all the games with the PS5 will be made for the PS5. This is what I kind of was scared about, was if a company said, hey, we're not going to care about that. We're not going to cater to the higher demographic. We're going to make the game we want to make, and we're going to put it out there, and it's going to be as powerful as ever, and we're just going to have everyone love us. Not going to work, because these current generations consoles cannot run next-gen consoles. These next-gen consoles are not as powerful as, I want to say, the new next-gen PS5 and Xbox Series X. I want to say, what are they, comparable? I saw online a 3070, 3080 type of range, like around that range, 3070, 3080, like the equivalent like a 99, I don't know, 99, probably not 900K, but in that kind of ballpark, right? So they are able to run this powerful game. This game is very powerful, and that's just how it works. I mean, it kind of does suck, like I said, that, half the people who bought this game are getting fluffed over because of the fact that this is not a current gen game. It is not. It is not going to be a current gen game. And CD Productions, they catered to the very low demographic of people who have the next gen consoles. And it sucks because they just this is what happened. I mean, this is what I kind of thought would happen. Is I thought I thought they would cater to the high demographics and put out the same game on both consoles, but they did not. So with that in mind, they're going to get sued. They're going to get sued. They're going to lose some money, and there's nothing they can really say about this that can defend themselves. I mean, they're going to try to defend themselves, but there's nothing they can do to defend themselves in this way. I mean, what are you going to say? Oh, we put out a game. First off, they were kind of forced to push the game out earlier than they wanted to, because they kept pushing it back. But same concept, even if that's the case, they they still put out a crap game for current consoles. And I mean, could they have just put it out for next gen? Yep, but they would have lost a lot of money doing that because there's not as many people who have next gen as current gen. So they would have really lost a lot of money. So what it is, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.